Hello YouTube, how you doing? Nobody's watching. I started super late. It's 1 in the morning, so I don't know if we're going to have any live viewers, but we'll find out soon enough. Should we crack on with the Dwarf Fortress? I think maybe we should. So, what options do we have? Oh, we're not alone. There is somebody there. It's Plutonium Jesus, who is definitely not nobody. He's a somebody. They are a somebody? I'm sure it's a he. You're a he, right, Plutonium Jesus? Oh, PJ? Surely I've got it right. Anyway, let's have a quick survey of the area and see what we've got on the table right now. We have our moat full. Good, that was the same last time. We've got a dormitory here, a load of offices full of discarded clothing. Okay. We've got some stockpiles here which contain, I think, weapons and armour, which will probably be moved down soon. We've got our carpentry floor and a very full furniture stockpile. We do need to start slamming some beds down soon, and doors, and bins by the look of it, but I'm sure the bins could be used. I doubt they're sitting there because, you know, they're not needed. They're just sitting there because nobody's got off their arse and moved them. The dining hall's looking pretty nice now. It's getting bigger. I could probably bung a few more tables in there. We've got all of the appropriate food infrastructure buildings, apart from a fishery. No, we've got a fishery. It's that one there. So we're all good there. We could slaughter a few animals if we wanted for a bit of food, but we'll keep ticking over how we are for now. Down here, of course, we have our lovely magma furnaces, which aren't really doing very much at the moment. We don't have any sand, but I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get some if we have a look around the map. We'll have to have a hunt later on. There is... what's here? What have I put here? Oh, this is the new dormitory, isn't it? Let's put the beds in now, before I forget. Let's get them in there. I'm going to use the mouse because I can, although it will look really weird to you. My cursor is actually the X, not the mouse pointer. Just in case you're confused. For some reason, OBS is offsetting the mouse pointer when I play Dwarf Fortress, and it doesn't make much sense. Very similar, in fact, to the way I put a door in that top left corner. That doesn't make any sense either. Yet here we are. Here we are, in a world of madness, expecting sense when clearly it's not on the table. It's not on offer. There's nobody out there holding a big bucket of sense going, hey, do you want some of this? It's very cheap. You can afford it. It's just not the case. What on earth am I babbling about? Probably not making much sense. I'm still sort of slightly rocking from the Sea of Thieves I was playing earlier with some friends, and I was sitting so close to the monitor, as I am now in this new setup I've got, that I was getting slightly seasick. I had to lean back, get away from it. Let's remove this silly door that I put in. Oop, there we go. X, there we go. And then if we build a bed, there we go, we can pop that where it should be. And put a door in as well, I think, because otherwise it's going to be open to this stairway. And nobody wants to sleep in a bedroom that's open to a stairway. That's mad. Go down another floor. We've got another little bedroom here. And this is the bedroom for our, what is that, mechanics workshop? No, it's a mason's workshop. One of our mason's workshop. We've got more than one. There's a crafts dwarf workshop. This floor here has nothing. But evidently I was intending it to be for stone. Maybe we'll put, not a mechanics workshop, that's there. Oh yeah, I've used all my mechanisms up, but this one here had a mechanics workshop in, but this was the place where the mechanisms were being stored, so I moved it down. So this floor above, I mean, what do we put in there? Another mason? But I feel like we've got another mason here, haven't we? Yeah, another mason. We could put a stone block stockpile in here. That seems like a good move. Let's do that. P, is it B? Oh, of course it's B. Come on now. What else would it be? There we go. There's a bar block stockpile. I'll quickly pop in there and change the settings so it only takes stone blocks because we don't want metal bars. Metal bars? No. Bars of other material? No. Stone or clay? Yeah. Metal blocks? No. And other materials? No. So we're good. We've got stone/clay blocks going in there. We should have fun times with all of our inventory being sensibly sorted. Is this another carpenter's workshop? No, it's a bower's workshop. So I'm thinking, let's go P. Does this guy churn out ammo? I think that's what he does, isn't it? So let's go Z, and we'll make a nice ammo stockpile here. There we go. And we'll just assume that all forms of ammo are fine and won't change any settings. Then we've got our gem cutter's workshop. Fantastic. Our Siege Engineers Workshop, which we haven't used yet, but has been built. It's good. What else have we got? A loom that's been built, and a clothier's shop, which has not been built, but we shall unsuspend construction and see what happens. We'll also put some doors in, because otherwise these bedrooms are going to be no good to the people who sleep in them. No good whatsoever. And that's it. That's the lowest drop to our fort. Now, somebody did post in the Discord about how to use a thing called Quick Fort, which allows you to do pre-planned shapes and stuff, and you can slap them in the game. I started reading the tutorial. It was a bit complicated to be read on my phone, and then I never got around to loading it up on the computer. So, unfortunately, we're not in the hottest of spots in terms of my knowledge for that, but I will be getting around to it eventually, especially certainly for the next fortress, I think. Absolutely guaranteed. Why? Oh, I see. I'm in a menu. Now I can zoom, right? No? Interesting. Oh, have I put scroll lock on? What's that? Where is the scroll lock button? There it is. There we go. Now the hotkeys work. So yeah, that's the fortress. Let's unpause it and see what happens. Everybody should be good. Oh, wait a second. Let's check the stats. Let's see who's alive. Oh, yeah, we lost most of our population last time around. We've got 28 adults, 3 children, and 2 babies. In that case, let's pause the fortress, go back over to it, and start looking at what our deficits are. Nobles. Great. Everybody who is a noble is dead. Now, we need a manager. Has anybody got any skills? Yes, but they're also the mayor. That's a problem. Let's therapist, and let's have a look and see who we can put in the role of what's name manager. We have, let's sort by profession. There we go. We've got a carpenter and a miner, still named after viewers. We've got babies and children, and here's the peasantry. Now, most of the peasantry are going to be pretty useless. Let's check the military screen just to make sure. What? Military screen, there we go, actually change. 3 kills. What are your kills? 3 goblins. Datan, you're an interesting fella. No combat skills whatsoever, yet somehow responsible for the deaths of 3 malevolent beasties. How so? Speaking of malevolent beasties, it's Orchimedes. Hello, welcome back. Not that I truly view you as malevolent, but I suppose an orc is technically a malevolent beastie, right? Whether it is the shining mind of the race. Let's reward this guy. He's done a bit of killing. He's good. Datan Rifothgish. He can be our sweet, sweet manager. So, where are you, Datan? Let's search. D-A-T-A-N. There he is. Datan Rifothgish. Bosh, he can go in. Who do we want next? Let's look at the position of Chief Medical Dwarf. Do we have anybody suitable for such a role? Do we? Let's go to our labours. Let's go to diagnosis. Nope, we don't even have anybody capable of diagnosis murder. Surgeon? Sorry, suturer. We do have a suturer who's also a wound dresser. Okay, not that great. Actually, no, look. That's right, it's a surgeon with surgery skill. Yeah, I think we'll put this one our Chief Medical Dwarf, Rith. So off we go. Sorry, I was on the old therapist there. Rith, Chief Medical Dwarf. Search R-I-T-H. There we go. And, oh, he's already a surgeon, so that makes sense. Chief Surgeon in. We need a broker. Does anybody have any skill who is not the mayor? Yes, we have Raoul, the animal trainer. He's a professional negotiator. Professional judge of intent, professional conversationalist, and master flatterer. Let's take a look at him in Dwarf Therapist. How is Raoul Avuzazavazavazaz? What's his... here he is, look. He is an animal trainer. Good at animal training, and that is about the size of it. What's this he's got? Bit of mechanics, bit of pump operating. Sorry, sir, you've got a new job. You are going to be our lovely, lovely broker. And how about a bookkeeper? Surely we've got somebody who can do bookkeeping, right? Well, the mayor can. And English, the suturer can. Although I would rather you were working in the old thingy, but let's check English. English. Would you please show me the nature of your skills? English. Where are you? English. Is that him? Col Kilrud. Yeah, that's the one. He's pretty good at stitching people up and dressing wounds, I have to say. I feel like making him the bookkeeper could be a bit of a waste of talents. But we do have lesser people of the same role. We have Bemble here, who's also a suturer and wound dresser, but just not nearly as skilled. They're not great. They're merely talented. Is that good enough? What do we reckon? Do we want to make our... do we want to put our best people in the hospital? In the hopspital? Or do we want them keeping records? You know what? Let's have a look at Asmosten, whatever his own name is. The first one with no actual skills. Let me guess, he's in here? No? Where is Az? Rith Datan, Ral Erdim... As, there we go, As or Az. They are a herbalist with 4 plant gathering. Ooh, what a career. Okay, you're not doing that anymore. Whoa, hello. Excuse me. Why'd you suddenly shrink? That's a bit weird, isn't it? Okay, you're not doing that anymore. Let's commit the change, go back to the thing and make As the herbalist. Bosh, there we go. Sorry, the bookkeeper, not the herbalist. That's what he was, not what he will be. So now we have a different person doing all the things. That's great. What does our manager need? View unit needs meager office. Okay, that can be done. So whose office is this? Current owner, nobody. What about this one? Nobody. Okay, good. So let's assign this chair first. So this one can be for the bookkeeper. Bingo. Fantastic. And we're going to auto-allocate that to the bookkeeper. This one next door, this one can go to our broker. There we go. And we will also auto-assign that to the broker, so we don't need to do this anymore. Here's another office over here. This needs to be made into a throne room or study, which is, of course, a study. Assign the chair to our manager. Lovely. And we shall auto-allocate to the manager. Fantastic. Then, we get this last one. Does anybody else need an office? That's the thing. Let me go to the noble screen and check. The mayor, do you need an office? Decent office, decent quarters, decent dining room, 2 chests, 1 cabinet, 1 weapon rack, 1 armor stand. That's very demanding, isn't it? Let's give this guy a signed chair to the mayor. Bang, he's got an office. Is it good enough? Oh shit, I should have auto-assigned that. There we go. Bang. Good. Now let's check our noble screen. It's not enough in total, but it's nearly enough for him. That's good. A little glug of tea. Oh, by the way, if any of you happen to be in the Tacoma area of Washington State, United States of America, you may be interested in visiting Tacoma Games. They sell tabletop role-playing games, collectible card games, polyhedral dice, miniatures, etc., etc., probably up to and including mugs. I've not been there. It's 6,000 miles away, but they sent me this mug, so I'm quite happy to keep plugging them. Tell them I sent you. You might get a discount. It's not likely at the moment, but you might. It's potentially a thing. Who knows? Anyway. Excuse me, there's some flakes of limescale from the kettle there, and it's quite distracting to have them flow under your tongue just as you're about to attempt to talk. Okay, so we've got most of these requirements met. It's just the mayor who still needs things, but that's okay. That's okay. Right, next we go down and look at our carpentry. Do we still have a carpenter? Yes, we do. Parker has not died and has maintained his position as the fortress carpenter. So then we go down here and we look at our bedrooms for Ushat. What do you do, Ushat? Let me have a quick look at you in Dwarf Therapist. Ushat, Ushat, Ushat. There they are. Ushat is a child. No. No, that's not your bed, Ushat. I don't know. I don't care if your mother and father had that bed before you, but you really do need to find a new bed. Maybe I should do this by skills. Let's sort by... Who's that in chat? Hello. Hello, Fuzzy Logic. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Let's have a look. Where was I? Oh, yes. weaponsmithing. Let's see if we've got anybody who can do weaponsmithing. No. Armoring. Hello, what's this? Why have we suddenly got someone who can do... Oh, no, sorry, that's furnace operating, sorry. Blacksmithing. We do have a blacksmith. And metal crafting. Okay, so Erdim Kadol Zathud, you're going to get this bedroom here. Assigned to Erdim, where are you? Erdim. There's Edom. There's Erdim. There we go. Blacksmith. Bingo. Lovely stuff. It's not a barracks, it's not a dormitory, it's all good. Lovely. And then we'll also assign Erdim to use this. Erdim. Good. And then we've got another forge here, but no one who's actually got the skills. Sorry, I just did that without you seeing it, didn't I? I left you on old therapist. What a shame. There is not currently a fuzzy dwarf fuzzy logic, so I will give you one momentarily. Let me just figure out who's going. Oh, hello, VS tape. Welcome to the stream. The way the cam records you seems like an interrogation tape. It does have that air of it. It looks like it's out of one of those games that's been popular lately, the FMV jobs. What was that one that... Oh, there was one that I saw recently. Someone else was playing it, and I thought it looked really good. It was like an NSA database, and you have to type in keywords, and all of the videos have been what's it called? What's that thing when you listen to the thing and write down the words? Not dictated, but transcribed. All of them have been transcribed, so you can search through the events in the videos, and you have to pick the story together by following certain threads. It looked like a fantastic game, but having watched someone else stream it, it's completely ruined. So maybe the next time there's hot tips about that kind of game, maybe I'll dive in and give it a crack. We'll see. Sorry, that was a bit of a diversion. Welcome to the stream, VS Tape. And Fuzzy, let's get someone named after you, because I've forgotten what I was doing. Something to do with metalsmiths. Oh, that was it. Yes, I was deciding who would be the best to be our next metalsmith. Well, I'm thinking, oh, we've got an armourer. Well, that's not too bad then. Who's this fair fellow or lady? It's a lady called Godem Kolbakar. Okay, Godem. And, are you a professional armourer? No, you're a professional lie maker. I'm not going to make the same joke about politicians. Let's turn off lie making, because we've got no need for that right now. Let's commit that change, and then put young... Who is it? Godin? Arse. There we go. Godin Kolbakar. Let's put you into the lovely furnace. Not like that. Forge. And not put you in it. Just forget it. Just ignore me. What was their name again? It was... Godin. Godin Kolbakar. Are they on this screen? On this screen, Godin? Must have been. Godin, there we go, the lie maker. Bosh, that's your workshop. Escape. And then we'll give you this bedroom as well, because I feel magnanimous. There we go, pop that in. I will check chat in a moment. I know somebody said something. Holy shit, I can't remember her name again. My memory. Godin, that's it, Godin. And there they are, I see them. Putative lie maker, but not really. Then we've got this glass furnace down here. I believe that's what this is. Could be wrong. Lol, that's an encouraging sign. So we've got the glass furnace, but I think we lost the person we had who was good with glass, and we've got smelters. So let's look and see who's got some smelting skill, and we'll pop them in and give them a bedroom near where they work. Furnace operating, that's smelting, isn't it? There we go. We've got one person, and it's Godin, our armourer. Well, that's no use. You can't be a smelter and an armourer. I'm going to have to take that skill away from you. Sorry, you're just an armourer. I say just an armourer. That's an important part of the fortress. Don't in any way feel that I'm denigrating you whatsoever. I mean, you are a vital piece of the puzzle. But, you know, am I the only one who plays Dwarf Fortress in ASCII and without therapists? No. There is a large cohort of people who do that, often very keen on trying to encourage me to play with the ASCII tile set, but I've got so used to playing with tiles now that it's just it's just another thing to learn that just puts me back just a bit from where I am now, which is to say not very far forward. But yeah, no, I would get into using the ASCII and no therapist, but I just feel like the dwarf therapist makes it easier to see and understand what's going on in terms of your dwarves. That table layout, it just, it just makes things simpler for me. Anyway, where was I? Yes, we were going to put some smelters. So let's pick somebody from the peasantry to elevate with smelting privileges, or I say privileges, labours. Let's sort by professions again. Here are our peasants. Cog, you're not doing anything, are you? Have you got any skills at all? You do not. Well, suddenly, furnace operating, and the fool below you as well. Let's have a little peek at that. What do you got going on here? Cock. Oh my God, Cock and Ficod. Wow, they've got some colourful names, haven't they? Let's set those guys able to use this P. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to spot Cock in the middle of all these names. No. Oh, is it Cog? Hang on, let me go back to therapist. I didn't take you with me, did I? What are their names? C-O... Oh, it's Cog. Cog. It's not a Q, it's a G. Okay, no wonder I couldn't see them. Let's have a little look. That's the one at the bottom. Cog Tulontilesh. Oh, God, dwarven names. Come on. What are you doing to me, game? Right, he's been put into that workstation. And then the other workstation, if you bear with me, I know I'm leaving you in Dwarf Therapist for a very long time, but trust me, the game is paused. It's not exciting what's on the screen right now. What's exciting is the idea behind it. Ficod. Ficod is the other one, so let's go back over. You can see that. And I'll go and find old Ficod in the list. Ficod, where are you? Ficod, there we go. Bosh. Peasant no longer. You have a role. And then we need to give them bedrooms. So this bedroom here we can assign to Ficod, because I remember Ficod. Bonk. Okay, yep, there we go. And then this bedroom here we can assign to Cog. Cog, that's the one. Bingo. So we've got our smelteries and our furnaces. Sorry, are they furnaces? They are furnaces, aren't they? We've got our smelteries and furnaces all set up. And now let's take a peek back at therapist for somebody who might have a little bit of skill in the world of glass. This is far more intuitive, but maybe that's because I think it is... This is where I first heard about DF. Ah, okay. It separates you from the dwarfs. That's true. It does give you a layer of separation and make you less of a sort of in-person god. But I think, do they really want to be exposed to my full majesty? You got to think of the dwarves sometimes. I mean, what if we don't think of the dwarves every now and again? What are we, elves? Come on. Don't start talking like that. Elf talk's going to get you in trouble around here. Get you banned for like minutes at a time. You need the connection and therapist will cut it for you. You need the connection and therapist will cut it for you. Oh, I see. So therapist takes you away from the dwarves. I thought you were talking about the tile set. But maybe. I like to be able to just like hover my tooltip here, and I know it doesn't pop up for you guys, but I can see like all of their stress and all that kind of stuff, and all of the things they've done recently. Maybe one day I will attempt a fortress without using therapist or a tile set, but we'll see. Also, I have to say, when I watch Dwarf Fortress streams, I'm always drawn to the ones with the tiles because they just look a bit nicer if you're not fully versed, and sometimes. If I'm looking at it on my phone, I can't see those ASCII symbols. It's far too small. So it's just a little bit more accessible to people on phones and stuff like that. But I'm literally fishing for excuses here. This isn't a hard and fast philosophy. I'm coming up with a reason to give you for why I'm doing it. Where were we? Yes, we were picking a glass hole. Tee-hee. Let's see if anyone actually has that skill. We may still have somebody alive with that. Let's quickly commit. Glass making. Here we go. We do still have a glass maker in the fortress, and it's a namey. Ah, okay. It's a legendary miner, our only skilled miner that we have. So maybe we'll just let our glass maker start from scratch. I think it's time to find another peasant. Yeah. Let me just check that we are being sorted by glassmaking. There's nobody else in the fortress with this skill set. I have a very special skill set. I make glass figurines. No, there's nobody else. So we'll just pick another peasant, I suppose. But it can't be Cog or Ficod. It'll have to be old Iton. Iton Dusim raises. If you're going to attempt playing on ASCII, no therapist, you need to also ditch your keyboard and play with a controller. My goodness, sir. These are the words of a madman. Have you been reading the Necronomicon? Have you been taking leave of your senses? Play with a pad? My God. I mean, that's true. That's like when people complete Dark Souls with the Donkey Konga bongos. Actually, maybe I could hit the big time. Maybe I could do that. I'd do a gimmick stream. I'll go, I'm going to complete Dwarf Fortress using nothing but a speak and spell. No, that's no use. It's got a keyboard on it. That's practically the same as playing with a keyboard. I'm going to complete Dwarf Fortress using... What could I use? I mean, I have a pad, but that's too easy. It's too easy. I've got to make it difficult for myself. Oh, maybe I should play it on a giant keyboard that I have to jump up and down on to move the keys. Then again, that sounds like a pretty significant financial investment for a potentially disastrously unsuccessful video series. So maybe I'll think about it. What would be the most hardcore of hardcore controllers? Is there like the Big Bass Fishing controller? That might work. Or even better, it may be a little bit old, but that enormous mech cockpit controller that you used to be able to get on the Xbox. Do you remember that? That went for like 250 quid or something. Plutonium Jesus says, I really miss Therapist after switching to Linux. The game needs better tools for assigning labours. Yeah, it's you could have better tools, for sure, but it's playable. I mean, it says a man who hasn't played without Dwarf Therapist for good, like, oh my God. I don't know how long. I started playing just after they added the Z dimensions. So I could have been playing Dwarf Fortress for 10 years and I'm still shit. Completing DF, that's a good point. Well, if you can set yourself a criteria for completion, you can say, I have been successful if I achieve X. So maybe do one of those big old mega constructions or what's another thing? You know what, I do play Dwarf Fortress somewhat aimlessly. Well, that's not true. I always come up with something I want to do at the beginning, and then do I ever do it? I don't think so. Can anybody think of an example, those of you who've been here for a while, of a Cryptbeards in which I've said what I wanted to do at the beginning and then even tangentially brushed against it? Because generally speaking, the animal training thing, nothing. The mechanisms and bow dwarves, nothing. Crossbow dwarves, sorry. What were the other things I said I wanted to do? The volcano temple with the sacrifice of the babies and that didn't work. What else did I want to do? It seems like if I put forward a proposition for what I'm trying to do in a fortress, that is the one thing that I won't even get close to. Anywho, let's get back to this plan of picking a guy to do what? Glass making. Iton Dusim raises. Okay, sounds good to me. Let's go back to the area. Let's go to the glass workshop. You're going to click? You're going to let me click here? There we go. Profile. Iton. Where are you? I see Inod. I see Ingish. I see Toulon. I see Olin. Iton. There we go. You're right at the bottom, aren't you? You would be right at the bottom. You would be Iton, wouldn't you? There we go. Iton Dusim Races the Peasant is now working there and can have this bed. Oh, is there a baby sleeping in it? What a tragedy. Get out. Iton, where have you gone? Iton, there he is. Fantastic. Oh, and Kogan Nomtosid, his partner, is in there too. Okay, hopefully they're not a vital component of the fortress elsewhere, and they'll be able to get whatever job they've got on their plate done without wandering too far from here. Have I done everything then? Let's unpause it for a second, let things advance for a moment. They haven't put any of these beds in because I've barely unpaused for the entire stream. How long have we been going for? Half an hour. Fantastic. Let's go down a bit further. So, have I assigned all of the other workshops? We've done the carpenter. Let's go down a bit further here, and this is our mason? Mason. Good. Let's have a little look. Is anyone in this bed? Nobody's got that bed. Let's go and see if we've actually got a mason in the rapist. Oh, sorry, therapist. I'm misreading that. Mason. That's my very poor rendition of Perry Mason by Ozzy Osbourne. Osbourne. Looks like we're going to have to go for more peasantry. This is awkward, isn't it? Did I give Datan the skill to do glassworking? I don't think I did I? Shit. Is it Iton or it's Iton, isn't it? Yeah, Iton Dusim raises. That was the one I wanted to make glassworking. So if we just turn that on, turn it on. Where's the glass making? Glass making. There it is. Boop. Commit. Lovely. I am gonna just check that to make sure. I may well have beans this savagely. So we'll go up quickly. Is that Iton's bedroom? Yes, it is. It's all good. It's all good. There's no need to panic. I don't know why you guys get so skittish. You've got to calm down. You've got to kick back and chill like me. Look how relaxed I am. So calm. I think the hardest controller is telepathy. You move the dwarves with your mind. That's a challenge for you. Well, I think there's going to be a little bit of groundwork have to be done on the technology side for me to do that. However, maybe one of those chewing tubes that quadriplegics use to write with. That might be good, right? I think that's what Stephen Hawking used when he spoke. He had a special little tube that he could touch with his tongue or nibble with his teeth, presumably. I don't actually know how it works. I just saw it going into his mouth, and I was pretty sure he wasn't whispering down it to the computer, because that would have been a complete waste of time. If he can still talk, then why would he need to do that? So yeah, I'm pretty sure it was some kind of tongue tickle or tooth chomp that was doing it. Plutonium Jesus says there were maracas controllers for Sega Dreamcast that would be an unusual Dwarf Fortress controller. I feel like the problem with this is that you need to take the controller and then implement a keyboard system as an intermediary and then use that to... So you have to invent an entire interface using that controller. For a second, though, I nearly said the Wiimote. Use that. And then I thought, no, don't use the Wiimote. That's basically a mouse, but a laser pointer instead. Far too easy. Far too easy. Right. I've made our glass worker, haven't I? Now we need to find a mason. So we don't have any masons. So I'm thinking we'll just sort by peasantry again, go down to Iton, and the next one is Kogan. Ramirez was a defeat snob. Oh, that's Kogan. So you are going to be our mason now. Let's activate masonry for him. Bingo. And then Likot, the next peasant. There we go. So we've got Kogan and Likot. So this workshop over here is for Kogan. Where are you, Kogan? There he is. Come, Kogan Nom Tossid. Brilliant. And you can have the bed as well. Assign Kogan. Come on, Kogan. 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 Where are you, Kogan? He's not there. Question mark. Oh, Kogan Nom Tossid has that bed already. Ah, they're the wife of Iton Dusim raises, aren't they? She. Shitty shitty poo poo bum bum. Does that change them from the one in here? No, they can choose. They can choose which beds they sleep in, which is probably going to cause pathing issues. But hey ho, such is the way. Such is the way. Let's go down here. We've got a crafts dwarf workshop. Currently making wooden bolts. Boring. Very boring. How about playing Dwarf Fortress on VT100? That's quite interesting. I'm not familiar with the VT100. Give me 1 second. I'm going to Google it. This is probably going to bring up some absolutely psychotic dildo or something, isn't it? VT100. I should have more faith in Twitch chat. Let's have a little look. Oh, one of them. It's got the right interface. It's got a good little screen. I do like little computers like that. Kind of computers that were computers when I was a kid. The Intel 8080. Holy shit. How much RAM did that have? Probably like, what, 6K? 8K? Okay, I'm getting a bit distracted now. Did it not have any RAM? Question mark. Gotta have some memory, right? 50 bits a second over serial lines. Is it just a terminal? I think it's just a terminal for a thing, isn't it? Anyway, I can't sit here reading Wikipedia pages about ancient hardware. We're here for Dwarf Fortress, the most cutting-edge modern of games. Where was I? I got completely distracted there. Oh, let me just check the subreddit, see if I got any upvotes. Oh no, 0 upvotes. Crivens. Let's close that down. And minimize this window so I don't have to be distracted by it. Good. So, where was I? Yes, a crafts dwarf. We have to select a crafts dwarf from the options on display. So, first of all, we'll see if we've got any stone crafters. We have Bemble, but Bemble is going to be a doctor of sorts, a wound dresser and suturer. So that's good. They're also a little bit handy with the fishing, which is valueless to me. I couldn't give 2 shits about fishing. Well, in this fortress at least. Sometimes it's useful. Who else have we got? What other crafts are there? We've got... Oh, woodcrafting. Anyone got any woodcraft? No? Good. I would have had to have killed you for being elfish. Bone carving. No bone carvers. Okay, are there any other forms of craft? I suppose there's metal craft, but surely that doesn't happen in a crafts dwarf workshop. That's got to happen somewhere else, right? Well, you're welcome. Please don't actually die of laughter. That would be sad. I would feel a little bit guilty and upset if that happened. Like someone's mum rings me up and going, "My boy, my beautiful boy, he was watching your stream and he laughed his fucking guts up." Oh! And I'd be like, "Oh, I really didn't mean to do that. I mean, I don't feel like you can reasonably blame me. I feel like, maybe it was your fault. Maybe you shouldn't have let him watch something that would have had that effect on him." But there you go. That's just me. Do I play Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead? I have dabbled, but I've not really got too deep into it. I'm still very... Well, I was going to say an amateur, but who's a professional Cataclysm player, right? I'm very much a noob still. But then again, I've been playing Dwarf Fortress for around 10 years, and I'm still a noob at that. So, I mean, I find it very hard to find time in my life for multiple roguelikes, no matter the quality. Excuse me, I've got a little bit of something in my mouth here. Yeah. I'm assuming it was a small piece of peanut from the chocolate bar, but whatever, it's gone now. What was I saying? Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead, yeah. It's hard to find time to play multiple ones of those games because I've got this computer I've bought, and, it's expensive. It was a big purchase for me. And it's got like a GTX 1070 in it, and I play so many games that don't even tax it. I mean, sometimes I've got like a few games that I play with mates and stuff, but when I'm streaming, I've not really done anything that's really pushing it. Buy Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead and Dwarf Fortress is like milk and cookies. But they do go together very well, but they're very hard. You couldn't really play them at the same time. Now there's a stream, simultaneous roguelikes. Or maybe you could... I wonder how many turn-based games you could play. Because I was always... one thing that always annoyed me about Warhammer Total War, which I've been meaning to play a lot recently, is that the turnover is so bloody slow. It takes forever. So I feel like you want to have like multiple computers with 3 or 4 different games running, so you can just, turn to the next one and do the turn there, and turn to the next one and do the turn there. Because otherwise there's so much downtime in it. So much dead time. Much like this stream, where I just get distracted by something someone says in chat and then waffles on for about 10 minutes. Waffle on. I mean, I don't waffles on. That's crazy. There's only one of me. I can't possibly pluralise. So where was I? Yes, we're talking for crafts dwarves. Crafts dwarves. Crafts dwarves. Put on your crafting apron and dance. There we go. Very, very awkward, ham-fisted David Bowie Dwarf Fortress mashup there. Hopefully some of you appreciated that. There must be someone out there who thought that was good. He says, fairly confident there's about 3 people watching. Let's have a foolish glance. 10. Very nice. Let's have a little peek and see who the crafts dwarf of choice will be. I'm thinking we'll go for the stone crafter because... Oh, we don't have a stone crafter. Yes, we do. We've got this lad down here, Bemble. Bemble, you are a suture... Oh, yeah, we went through this already, haven't we? Well, we'll leave the crafts dwarf workshop open for now. There's no point getting too deep down in that. Well, as soon as we find someone who's good, we can put it in. Now, we need to put something on this floor because the space for the workshop is conspicuous in its absence. Oh yeah, I've got another mason's workshop I need to assign as well, haven't I? There's the mechanics workshop. Here's the other mason's workshop. Who is getting this bed? Let's have a look. Who's my second mason again? Licott, Kogan and Licott. So good old Licott can have this one. Assign bed. Licott, 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 Licott. Where are you? Licott, 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 Licott. I smell poo. Licott, 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 Licott. What did you do? Sorry, this is very odd. Don't worry. I'll act a bit more normal in the future, I promise. I'm sorry, that's a lie. Licott, there he is. Licott Athamthob the peasant. A peasant. A peasant. There we go. They've got their workshop now. And then there's the bower's workshop. I'm pretty sure we don't have any bowers, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's have a little look at the bowing skill. Bowery. I've got two of them. Goddamn Rith. Our Dr. bloody Renaissance man. Look at him. He's a Renaissance man. We have got a bower, though, who's a professional wax worker, so if Clinidev turns up, I'm sure they'll want that. But we'll use them. We'll use them. It's Tirist. Have you got any other skills that might make me want to not use you for this role? Oh, lie making. Excuse me. Apologies while my underpants ping off from the sudden tightness. There we go. Let's go back. Sorry, I didn't mean to be quite so sarcastic. That was a little bit rude of me. How's our jeweller's workshop going? We got a jeweller? Of course not. Of course not. The Great Slaughter took all of the fine crafts. Let's go back over here and check out who's good at gem cutting. Anybody? No. Gem setting? No. Okay, time to start training a peasant. I'm getting a bit low on peasants, actually. Olin Besmaronal. Let's have a little look at you. Do you have any other skills activated? Not really. So we'll give you gem cutting and gem setting. You shall practice both. It will be a boon upon your family for generations to come. What was your name again? Olin. Okay, let's stick Olin in this bed. Assign. Where are you, Olin? Olin Besmaronal. You're going in there, and you're also going to be approved for using this workshop. Isn't that lovely? Olin Besmaronal, the peasant. Fantastic. And then below that we have our siege workshop, our loom, and our clothier's shop. Do we have anybody who has siege engineering? Sorry, I've left you behind on therapist, haven't I, again? How very rude of me. Siege operating, siege engineering. Here we go. We've got a siege engineer. Come on. Nope, we have nobody for siege engineering. Ah, tits. That can remain unfulfilled. We often get people turning up with siege engineering. Let's go back over here. Take a little peek down below. Do we have a weaver? Oh, dream weaver. I believe you could make me sheets tonight. Hello, Bergenduff. Admiral Bort narrowed his eyes, and a hint of a snarl formed under his impeccable moustache. The gathered underlings began to shuffle nervously towards the door, nobody wanting to be the first or last one through. Those closest were sprayed from above with frothy rage spittle as he opened his mouth, threw back his head, and bellowed, "Bergenduff!" as one does. Had to be a little bit quiet there. Can't shout too loud, might wake the kids up. And that would just not do. Where are we going? You need to play a game called LSD. Can you name a janitor dwarf after me? Yes, I can. Although I will have to make somebody specifically a janitor. But I can do that. That's not a problem. Are you a custodian? Are you a keeper of the grounds? Some form of janitorial staff member? It's a noble profession. It's a noble profession. I mean, not normally, traditionally carried out by members of the nobility, but still, nonetheless, it has a certain nobility about it. Where was I? We'll get round to naming in a minute, by the way, VS Tape. Just give me a second to finish this quest for a weaver. Dream weaver. I can't stop myself. I absolutely love the cover of that song that Crowbar did on one of their albums. Beautiful music. Almost as good as the first two tracks on Oddfellows Rest. Oh, Oh, what a pair. Let's have a little look. Weaving, there we go. The skill of the Hugo. Let's have a little look over here. Atir and Zas both have a bit of weaving. However, we have a clear winner. High Master Weaver, Atir Nilesast. Fucking dwarf names. So let's go and find Atir and make them the loom operator. There we go. Bingo, bango. Atir. Where are you? Come on, reveal yourself. Expose yourself, but not like that. That'll get you put in prison quite fast. Okay, there we go. And then we put them in the workshop. There we go. Where are you? Show me your name in the list. There we go. Good old Atir. Signed. Beautiful. In that case, we're also going to say stockpile cloth, which is H, of course. Sorry, I fucked that up. There we go. It's a cloth stockpile. And does the clothes go into a cloth stockpile? Sheets. Why is there a specific sheets stockpile? Let's just assume that's important. Let's go down, make that like that. Bingo. And then down here, I'm going to make another cloth stockpile, assuming that will be something that I can limit to just clothes. Clothes. Let's search this one. What's in the cloth options? Cloth options. Thread, silk, plant, cloth. Okay, it's just cloth. Fair enough. Oh, my phone's going off. What's all this? Why are you going off, phone? Oh, because because the charging cable keeps going funny. Fair enough. Less exciting than I imagined. Okay, what goes in the sheets? What goes betwixt the sheets? Paper and parchment? Oh no. Oh no. This is not what I was looking for. These are not the droids which I wanted to find. Let's get rid of both of those stockpiles, and we'll just make do with a cloth stockpile here, and I'll figure out where clothes go later on. Finished goods for clothes. Thank you very much, VS Tape and Plutonium Jesus. If you were playing CDDA, you could play as a janitor. That reminds me, sorry, yes, we need to get back to the naming situation, don't we? I'm going to do a quick save, so if you bear with me, I'm just going to go over to DF Hack. QUI, sorry, spellcasting. QUICKSAVE. Quick save. There we go. In honour of Treyguard. Let's go to therapist and start whacking out some names. First of all, we need to find our suitable janitorial fellow. So I'm really thinking it's going to have to be a peasant, right? The last peasant left is Vutok. But is there anybody else? Right. Vutok, we're going to disable that. We're going to name you now. Set nickname. Last peasant goes to VS Tape. I'm going to capitalise your first letter of your name, even though you didn't in your name. But there we go. And I'm going to forgo the underscore. There we go. Just to be a little bit spicy, a little bit contrarian. Just to make you wonder if I'm really on your side, or if I'm some kind of puppet master, Machiavellian creature in the background manipulating your life. Who knows? I hope you're not schizophrenic. I apologise if you are. That was probably the worst thing I could possibly say to you. C'est la vie. Let's have a little look down here and see who else we've got. Anyone else want one? I think Fuzzy was definitely mentioning he would like somebody. Fuzzy, do you have any particular preferences? Also, Plutonium Jesus, you have died, as has Fuzzy. Everyone's dead, really. It's just Parker and Party Pooper who survived. Only the pea people. And not in the sense that would be embarrassing for them. You know what I mean. Now you can die in peace. Oh, heavens above. Let's hope not. Let's hope it wasn't that easy. Imagine that. Imagine somebody died, and in the afterlife, they were sent back to Earth because they had unfinished business, which was getting a dwarf named after them in my game. That would be fucked up. Because how would they tell me? Unless they could really concentrate and push the keys using sort of like ghostly kinetic energy. Imagine that. Imagine it took them 3 hours to type out, please can have dwarf, and then I'm gone. I'm offline. They'd do better probably tweeting me, or maybe just visiting my Discord, or perhaps even sending me a message through some other medium. To be fair, I can't think of any. I do have an Instagram account, but I mean, what the fuck am I going to do on Instagram? I'm playing Dwarf Fortress right now. Nobody on Instagram is going, ooh, check out that Dwarf Fortress screenshot. Oh, it's beautiful. Filters ain't going to make any difference, are they? That would be fun. Oh no, VS Tape, please don't come back to haunt me. That would be worrying. Then again, if you do, I mean, what always strikes me as weird about these movies where people discover their house is fucking haunted. It's like, I mean, none of them ever think, holy shit, this is concrete proof of life after death. I should probably get some monetization going on here. Because if I had concrete proof of life after death, I wouldn't be like, oh, get it out of my house, oh, I'm scared. I'd be like, I am going to be fucking filthy rich. I am, like, in a position of immense luck and power here. I mean, come on. These fucking people, what are they like? Oh, it's a ghost, it's a dead person. Well, if it is a ghost and a dead person, then that's perfectly fucking normal, because otherwise it couldn't happen. So, I mean, come on. Maybe it's grandma. Maybe it's poor old grandma. Yeah? Never thought of that, did you? It's probably not grandma. It's probably some kind of hellspawn demon proposing, pretending to be your grandmother. That's probably what it is. Come down here, sonny. Give grandma a kiss on the lips. Maybe slip me a little tongue. And you'll be like, oh my God, this is the worst dream I've ever had. Oh, please keep away from me, grandma. And then she'd be all over you going, you'd be like going, oh, help me. Just like that bit in Bill and Ted. It'd be horrible. I'm not entirely sure. Social media, close VS Tape. The command is actually ! Discord for the Discord, not social media. And Twitch for Twitch, Twitter for Twitter, and all that kind of stuff. So if I've got an account on that thing that I actually use, you'll be able to get a link to it that way, like my YouTube channel, ! YouTube. But you were close. You were close. If possible, I will communicate with you through telekinesis, poltergeist style. That sounds cool. Although imagine that, unlike some scrub tier streamer on the internet. I'm saying imagine that. That is just the case. So, but imagine, like, I managed to get a load of people to commit to haunting me, like, through the medium of streaming. Everyone's like, okay, we're all going to haunt this guy and we're going to prove ghosts exist by, causing some kind of psychic vortex or something. I mean, obviously I'm making stuff up off the top of my head, because, I mean, really, in the realm of ghosts, you have to do that, don't you? It's not really a thing that you can actually research and figure out. There you go. There's the answer to your question, VS Tape. So where were we? Ah, yes, we were looking for people to be things for people. And Fuzzy has not yet mentioned what he wanted. No? We'll give Fuzzy something. I'm pretty sure Fuzzy will be happy if he gets whatever. Wow, that's a scary pic on your Discord. Which one? Yeah, quick peek. Oh yeah, that's my Dwarf Fortress thumbnail. That's the intro scene for the stream. Where was I? Yes, names. Well, we've got VS Tape in. Bergendorf, can you be a wood burner? Ah, Bergendorf. I mean, yes. However, you're going to be an unemployed wood burner, because we've switched straight to magma furnaces. We didn't fuck around. We looked for a place with a volcano and went, let's get straight to making metal, which we haven't done. We've made a few bars, but we've not really made anything out of them. We will get round to it. The trouble is, all the metal we have is lead and silver. It's like 99% galena ore around here, so meh. A potash maker? Again, you will be unemployed, but I mean, these can be things, if they've got the skill, I'll give you the dwarf. Let me check for a wood burner first. Let's see if there's one of those. Wood burner, wood crafting, bowing, is that up with the smelting skills? Metal crafting, furnace operating, wood burning. I don't see wood burning. I know it's a skill, but I can't see it in the list. Where are you? Where are you, wood burning? Show me! No! Oh, there we go, wood burning. Okay, have we got anyone in the fortress who is a skilled wood burner? Obviously, if that was the case in RimWorld, I'd cast them out immediately. I can't stand fucking pyros in... Nobody's a wood burner. Let's have a look for potash makers. Potash, 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 potash. Falling from your smoky stick. Where is it? Potash, potash making. Potash, 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 potash. Potty-tash-tash. Where are we? I can't see potash making either. Mind you, as soon as I said that last time, I found it again. Potash making. There we go. Do we have somebody with the skills of potash making? No. No, nobody. We can have a lye maker. Got a level 11 lye maker who's currently wasting away fishing. Not that we're going to be making any lye. What are they currently doing? Preparing a raw fish. I mean, it's up to you, Bergendurf. I mean, you can wait until one of these types turns up, or you can... Oh, shit, I've just activated a load of skills accidentally. There we go. What do you think? Or we could do the old-fashioned way of doing a random select. That's always possible. That's always possible. I'll look for someone for Fuzzy to have. I think last time he wanted to go for an axe dwarf, didn't he? Wasn't that the plan? I should really think about a military as well, shouldn't I? We only have one dwarf with any military skill, but they are an axe dwarf, so... Das ist gut, ja. Das ist sehr gut. I don't have a barkeeper, but we could preemptively make you a barkeeper. We could reserve the slot for when it comes along. Let's do that. Let's do that. But first, we need to check to see who is suitable for the role. Do barkeepers have any needs for skills? I don't think they do they? Let's just find a little rubbish lad and make them the barkeeper. Children are no use. Don't want them. Metalcrafter, surgeon, animal trainer. Excuse me. Peasant pump operator. Now there's a skill we don't use. Pump operator. He's a pump operator. Moldath. Set the nickname to be... Bergendurf. Or her to be Bergendurf, rather, to be more correct. Commit. Bergendurf, you are now gonna be our barkeeper. Maybe I should put Bergendurf brackets barkeeper just so we remember. No, I'll remember. Oh, you're a good pump operator. The old pumping. Got a crank in hand. What animals do we own on Dwarf Fortress? Some turkeys and then whatever the migrant waves have brought. So I'll have a look. Jacked indeed, but maybe lopsidedly jacked. That's the thing. I mean, they probably switch arms, don't they? I would imagine. I mean, that's more like playing drums, but whatever. So, where are we? What are we doing? Pump operator, that's Bergendurf. I need to find somebody who's for Fuzzy. Take the one with the axe, Degel. Fuzzy logic 0. There we go. And commit. And while I'm thinking on it, we've got a Chief Medical Dwarf, haven't we? Who's that? Bear with me one moment. Rith. Rith no longer. Where are you, Rith? Show yourself. Can't be the Chief Medical Dwarf, can you? Oh, you are a surgeon. Makes sense. There we go. Let's get that one to Onisurus. Good. There we go. Commit. So back to the fortress, I feel. Back to the fort. Oh, did I actually do Fuzzy? Yes, I did. Good. Okay, so we've got 6 nicknamed dwarves and 27 sans name, which is fine. It's all fine. Let's go back to the game. Press escape to get out of the knobbly screen and unpause and consider what to place here. What do we need? Or perhaps more accurately, what do we want? I mean, we could put a Craftsdwarf workshop in there, but we couldn't figure out who to put in the Craftsdwarf workshop last time. What's all this cancel item? Hang on. Military screen, alerts. Okay. Everybody was in the burrow for some reason. Pourquoi? Qu'est-ce que c'est? Je n'ai pas comprendre. Why? Designate. Let's get rid of this designation here. That's right. Goodbye, designation. And then we need to plug that hole up here, don't we? Where's that hole in the mountainside that was causing us all that grief? build wall. That's designate. Build capital C W. We're going to pop a little wally in here, and that will close off the thing, the cave. I could use a native silver block. Seems a bit extravagant, doesn't it? I could just use obsidian. Let's just use nice blocks. Nice block. There we go. Lovely. And presumably that will get filled in relatively quickly, right? Toot sweet. No cats nor dogs. I am sad. We might have cats or dogs. Yeah, we had a problem last time. Where are you all fucking going? This is the problem we had last time. Everybody decided that the best thing they could possibly do is go into this cave and bugger about down here and get themselves smashed to bits by a cyclops. Oh yes, very clever dwarves. So smart. Yay. Okay, so in order to prevent that happening, I'm going to have to do some restrictions. I am going to say... Where is it? Squads, points, routes, notes, zones, view rooms / buildings. This bloody rainbow blanket's red hot on my back. Forbid everything in the Cyclops caves. That's not a bad idea, actually. Let's do that. Designate BF. Yeah, there we go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do just the Cyclops cave. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to say everything in these caves that might interest any of the dwarves can be fucked right off. There we go. Do that. Bingo. So all this is forbidden. All is forbidden and forgiven. Lovely. Let's go back up. We've not got any dwarves this far down yet. Nope, only a few have popped in. That's good. Let's keep going up, 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 up. Okay, so hopefully they'll come out. I really don't want to lose anybody. Yep, they're coming out. Fantastic. That was the smart way of doing it. Thank you very much, Plutonium Jesus. Your French is on point, my dear sir. Well, it's GCSE French. It's about as much French as you learn in high school, not paying much attention. And what the fuck are you doing? Question mark? Is he a giant elephant? Question mark? Where's the giant elephant? Can we capture it? War train it? Ride it around? Party pooper. Pick up equipment. No. Don't pick up any equipment. No equipment whatsoever. Equipment picking up forbidden. Verboten. Where are we going? DF. No, DBF. There we go. No, this is already forbidden. So what have I not forbidden? Is there dead bodies deeper down? Deep down, dead bodies deep down. No? Well, this is all forbidden, right? This is all forbidden. So what could you guys possibly want? Equipment? Equip my tits. That's what I say. It doesn't make any sense, but god damn it, it felt like it needed to be said. There's nothing in these corridors. There's no of interest. It's rubbish. Really rubbish. Okay, I feel like I need to do a pathing thing to stop them. And how do I do the pathing thing? It's Q, no, L, no. Designations? No. Giant elephant. This is big news indeed. Giant elephants are 8 times the size of regular elephants. Just imagine the meat. My goodness. Just imagine the elves trampled underfoot, though. That rainbow blanket pillow is to represent something. It's not. No, it's. Is it? Sorry. No, it's not. It's just a nice rainbow blanket that we had given to us when we had the kids. Well, one of the kids, I think, obviously. Not both of them. We didn't have them at the same time. That'd be crazy. Or twins, as it's scientifically known. No, this is just something we got given. And it was on the back of the sofa, because the other half tidied up the front room today. We got a new fireplace. And she actually said, "Are you going to show the people on stream?" And I thought, I wasn't intending to. It's not particularly relevant. But seeing as she was so keen on me doing it, here you go. Have a look. Oh, there's the webcam off the telly. There you go. There's our new fireplace. It's electric. And there's a little lantern on top of it. How exciting. A lovely LED lantern. There we go. Is that back in the right place? Good enough. So, sorry, don't clap in front of the microphone. That's never a good idea. Let's continue with our Dorf fortressing. So how do I do... Is it zones for no walking? No, it's not. How do you do the pathing thing? H, hauling. What does that do? You have no routes. Routes? Okay, I don't know what this is all about. Elephants are the most powerful man/creature you can choose on Dwarf Fortress Adventure Mode. We have had somebody mentioning just how powerful elephants are. And I tragically have seen a video of a person being killed by an elephant before, which was, in my estimation, an error. If you ever get the opportunity to see it, I wouldn't. It's not great. Let's have a little look. Where are we? How do I do this? View announcements, building, reports, civilizations. Yeah, I laugh at it now, but at the time it was a fairly harrowing experience. In fact, I remember the laughter waning from the room. Elephants are more powerful than demigods. Well, imagine if you had an elephant man demigod. I mean, Ganesh. Quite possibly my favourite god. I think if I had to be pushed to choose, I quite like Ganesh. Seems like, or Ganesh. I'm not entirely sure how it's pronounced, but I think it's Ganesh. But it seems like a pretty cool dude. Seems like a good lad. I'm sure, being a god, there's some sort of twisted backstory about fucking relatives and stuff like that. But, you know, for now, give him the benefit of the doubt and just assume he's a really cool elephant-headed art dude. But who knows? I maybe should do some research on that. It's, you know, dangerous to say things about religion that you don't understand. But equally, it can be fun too. Anyway, enough of this madness. Let's keep looking for how we stop them walking through places. Is it endpoints, routes? No? No, routes. Points, routes, notes. Change symbol, place, delete. No? Routes. Nope, that's not good. D designations? Can we do that? Set traffic areas. Oh, here we go. Restricted traffic area. Oh, wait, no, it won't change. Q. W. Whoa. Okay, let's not fuck too much. Restricted traffic cost. Let's put that right up. W. W's the one. Don't know if this will even work. Enter, choose area. Okay. Okay. You shit. You little shit. Little shit. Alright, let's remove that then, because it's clearly not the thing to do. Designate traffic areas. Normal. Set it to normal. Hey, there we go. So how do we... Well, let's just follow this one and see what they're doing. I mean, I know it's potential foolhardiness, but as long as they don't get too close to the Cyclops... They're going to the fucking Cyclops. What is this all about? What plan do you have here? You gonna take that pickaxe down there and try and get old One Eye? This feels like it's a bad move on your part. Really, I don't recommend it whatsoever. No. What equipment could he be retrieving? He's going right down to the fucking room with the... Designate BF. Forbid items. Absolutely everything in here. Forbid it. Forbidden, 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 forbidden. Did he go? Can't find him now because of the miasma. Let's have a little look. Is it Party Pooper? No, it's Parker, wasn't it? No, it's Party Pooper. Party Pooper, where are you? You're at the party, it's time to poo. Okay, let's follow them again. They don't appear to have been jacked by old Psycho. Are they going back up now? Oh, I must have left one thing undone. Please don't let anybody build the wall in the time it takes them to get back. That would be deeply problematic. Come on, up you come. Up you come. I was... D. Remove construction. That one, thank you very much. Could somebody do that, please? Somebody do that, please. Please could you remove the construction I made and put something else in its place? I want to get my miner out of there. There we go. That was a fantastic little musical interlude, if judged against the other musical interludes I have done on this channel. But then again, judging any kind of sound against those musical interludes will make them seem like fantastic music. Even the sound of cats being strangled. Actually, a cat being strangled probably wouldn't make any noise, would it? It's being strangled. A cat being... trodden on? Yeah, okay. That'll do. Somebody come and deconstruct this bastard thing. Oh, you've had to do it yourself, have you? Clever boy. Well done. What a clever... No, you're not doing it yourself, are you? You're waiting for somebody else. Ah, cheese's crust. Actually, once I've built that wall, I should unforbid again, which will allow us to do some penetration testing and see if we can actually... see if we've actually blocked it off, or if I'm just being a silly Gus, assuming that it's all sealed off when in fact it's completely open to the elements. Oh my god, I've been recording for 1 hour and 12 minutes. The fireplace is a masterwork. All craftsdwarfship is of the highest quality. Let's build that wall back again. B, C, W. And we'll pop that right there. There we go. And we'll make it with that nice block that's right next to it, because that'll be quick. Right, somebody build that before anybody else gets stupid and goes down there. There aren't any holes above, are there? No, the caverns stop. Good. They're good. Oh, you had to be down there as well, didn't you? You little spam lord. Build the fence. Right, okay. That particular flavour of problem should have faded from our progress palette. So we'll not do that. Let's have a look at the animals. Questions were asked about pets and livestock. Holy shit! We need some nuts chopped. Look at this. How many kittens? All right, okay. How do I do it in here? I don't, do I? There's another menu for that. Is it Z? That's maybe... No, this is it. Yeah, Z. So we need to find some of these kittens and start spaying and castrating. That's what we want to do. I mean, to be honest, what I actually probably should do is get some frames back, is kill them. Hang on a minute. How come there's only one stray kitten here? A buttload of stray puppies. Puppies? Interesting. They appear in our stocks, but not... Huh, okay. Let's train these bad boys. So, what are we going to train them for? War, I think. Oh, can't train a cat for war. That's crazy talk. dog. Turkey hens, geese, rams, turkey hens. Oh, the cats are all probably dead and we haven't discovered their corpses yet. That's more like it. Do we want a mule? I don't think we do we? We should probably kill all these animals. Get rid of them. They're just taking up space. Using up frame rate. Can't train puppies, unfortunately. Can you train any of these? Nah, can't do it. It's not allowed. It's forbidden. Verboten. Yeah, we might need to axe a few of these puppies. I mean, just for my own personal entertainment, really. I mean, I don't think they're going to take up too much frame rate. Once they're grown up, we can have them roped in the entry hall. That'd be nice. Bit of an alert every time something comes in. Okay, we're going to ignore this for now because we can't just butcher all the kittens. Disappointing, I know, but sometimes life will not give you what you want. Sometimes it says, hey, leave those kittens alone, you freak. What are you doing? That's classic signs of being a serial killer. Do you want me to think you're a serial killer? At which point you say, no, obviously not. But equally, I'm also not a serial killer. And then they'd say, well, that is what a serial killer would say. That's not true. Many serial killers, when confronted about whether or not they're serial killers, actually go, yeah, I'm a serial killer. I want everybody to know. That's what's cool about me. That's my special thing. And everybody will be like, I think you've misunderstood the concept of a special thing. That's not why you're cool. In fact, it makes you very uncool. But then again, when you're caught deep in madness like that, it's hard to see what isn't cool. Here's me, trying to be empathetic to serial killers. This is probably not the best content I've ever produced. Certainly some among the most controversial. Let's keep putting these tables down. Boy, we got a lot of tables. This dining room is going to be absolutely fantastic. Fantastisch. Oh boy. Come on, keep going. Keep going. Get those bloody tables in place. There we go. Lovely. And we can put one here? Sure. Why not? Let's go crazy. How many tables have we got? Can I put a row down here? I think so. Let's do that. There we go. Doesn't really mean anything, but it looks cool enough. There we go. And let's start putting in some chairs. Boy, do we have a lot of chairs as well. It's good. Makes our dining hall look fancy. Fancy? Oh, so fancy. There we go. Let's pop these in. Sorry for not responding to whatever has been said in chat there, but as you can see, my clicking finger is currently very active. And it's probably best to keep this focus going, because once I lose focus again, it could be another 20 minutes before I pay any attention to the game and stop waffling on about whatever it is that's crossing my mind. Terrible habit, I know, but turns out it doesn't work too badly for streaming. Doesn't go down very well in offices, I have to say. Makes me practically unemployable. There we go. So there we go. We've got a nicely appointed dining hall now. Hopefully people will run down there and start putting in the furniture and empty out some of our furniture stockpiles, because frankly they're looking a little bit full, and probably so too are our workshops that are making them. Well, I think sticking a puppy in a cage is a federal crime. I am not subject to federal law, but I think it's not illegal to put puppies in cages. I mean, I think it's illegal to keep them in cages permanently. But I think if you're like transporting a puppy or something, you can put it in a cage, can't you? If it's liable to like try and jump out of the car or something, I don't know. I have no idea. And when you take them to like boarding kennels and stuff, they sleep in cages, don't they? I don't know. I must say, sir, I like your hairy arms. Yes. Hairy. Most hairy. Not the hairiest part of my body, I will say, but probably getting into a bit of a weird place there. Probably best to avoid going too far down that one. Too far down that road. You can stick the puppies in a cage. Animals in cages eat very few frames. That's not a bad idea, actually. In the game terms, of course. In game terms. Anyway, where was I? Need empty cages. Load cage trap? Question mark. Why What? Okay, JMQ. Let's put an order in for cages. Cage. Made from... Let's make them out of lead. We've got so much lead, we need to use it up. But then again, we could just make them out of wood like we did before. Fuck it, let's do it. Make me 20 cages. It's a nice round number. Or at least the 0 is. The 2 is a fairly twisty number. Not rounded very much at all. Could you check what my dwarf is thinking right now, please? Let's have a pause and find out. There you are. VS tape Bekor Kilrud, the peasant. You are currently thinking. Where is it? View unit. Thoughts and preferences. I feel so good. She feels euphoric due to inebriation. She feels pleasure near a fine seat. Within the last season, she was annoyed after having a drink without using a goblet, cup, or mug, bitter after getting into an argument, and content dining in a legendary dining room. Oh, wow. I think that's probably because of the quality of the furniture in there, beyond everything else, because it's not had any of the walls even smoothed yet. But we have had a guy churning out furniture for quite some time and getting very good. Hello, why have we suddenly zoomed to the edge of the screen? What's going on here? It's not the edge, is it? Oh, look, it's a caravan. 1 wagon. Yay. Oh, come on. This is going to be a baby, isn't it? This better not be a baby. Oh, hang on. No, I see an exclamation mark. Ah. The weaver has been possessed. Ooh, Sigourney. Boom! He's claimed, or they have claimed the workshop. Let's have a little look and see what they do. Come on, up we go. Get a little bit of cloth. Nice. It's a clothier's workshop they've done. Oh, okay. Another little bit of cloth. Appropriate, I would say. Bang! Straight in, already making it. No, they're not, are they? Hello? Keeps muttering. Otad Beryl. What? Otad Beryl? Have they actually started construction? I just missed it. Hang on. Oh, phew, they have. Brilliant. Right, let's go and have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wagons. Oh, it's a big trade this time. Let's move some goods to the depot and see what is what in the realm of mercantilism. I would like to move our trap components, because we've probably still got spiked wooden balls. There we go, trap component. There we go. Let's also move toys, because we've been making lead toys, and which we were intending to sell to the elves, so we could, poison them. But unfortunately, rampant capitalism has taken hold, and now we're selling them to anybody who has enough money to purchase one. Is there anything else you want to sell? Did I make anything else that was worth selling? I don't think so. I think it was all toys and balls. So let's let them get that stuff in there, and I shall call the trader to the depot. Let's get them in there. I need to make more cups, sir. I do, actually. Let me, JMQ. Mug. Make a rock mug. Yeah, all right. Why not? Let's make 100 of them. There we go. 100 rock mugs on order. And they'll probably be ready in time to make the tavern. Right, here they are hauling up all of the goods for trading. Very nice, very nice. Oh, we've got 87 frames, 86 frames a second. The rate's gone up since I started assigning people to rooms in which they were going to be working on the same floor as. Masterpiece orange wood cage. Could probably get some more spiked balls banged out in the time it takes for them to actually get in there, but we'll leave it for now. Oh look, we've got some chests, lots of doors taking up furniture space. Are all our furniture workshops? No, they're not all full. Oh! Zas Adakithukt, the weaver, has created Otad Beryl, an alpaca wool tunic. She offers it to the high paper. Let's have a little look at our alpaca wool tunic. The Hand of Bastions. It's not worth anything. It has no value. This
is an alpaca wool tunic. All crafts dwarfship is of the highest quality. It is decorated with alpaca wool. It is made from alpaca wool cloth. This object menaces with spikes of alpaca wool.
Okay, that's very boring. Actually valueless. Unbelievable. Still, at least it bumped their skill up, I presume. That's what normally happens, right? Have we finished bringing all of the boxes up to trade? Not quite. We've still got 2 more crates. Oh, the liaison from the mountain homes. If you wouldn't mind, fuck off. What's this?
Merit deserves a reward, and I come empowered to establish this colony as an official land of our realm. Do you have any dwarves to recommend for elevation?
I can scarcely believe this good news. I have some recommendations, or
flattering, but we'd rather maintain our distance from the homeland.
Maybe, I'm not sure. That is an order for 300 mugs. You get 3 per job. Oh my goodness. VS Tape, Real Talk. Could you explain what could DF Hack do and why people use it? It does all sorts of stuff. I'm not really familiar. The main thing I use it for is quick saving. You can type in quick save and it saves it. Or if you want to quit the game without saving, you can type in die and it just cancels, just dumps out, and you lose everything since after the last save. And have I used it for much else? I don't think I've used it for much else. Once or twice I've used it to figure out what a dwarf wanted for a mood, but that's about it, I think. Cheater and save scummer. Yeah, I haven't actually done any save scumming. Flattering, but we'd rather maintain our distance for now. Thank you very much. We're more interested in tradding, or trading, as it's properly pronounced. Pronounced. It must be late. It is. It's 2:30 in the morning. There is one benefit to these cushions. They slightly muffle it when I fart, so it doesn't seem quite as obvious, although I did lean off to the side, making it fairly obvious. Let's see what we want. Do we want their bars? There's not a ton of exciting shit there in terms of bars, but we'll take them. We'll take them, just because we can. It's only 620 value. Tourmalines, opals, garnets, blocks. More blocks. Glass. Let's get ourselves some glass. Raw crystal glass, green glass, clear glass, crystal glass. Sure. We don't have anything for clay, so we're not going to bother with clay, but we do want sand if we see it as well, because that can also be made into glass. Ropes, lots of ropes. Not really interested in ropes. Water skins. A green glass anriz. Let's take a little peeky-poo.
This is a green glass anriz. The body is made from green glass. The strings are made from pigtail. The bow is made from horn silver. The anriz is a huge stationary cloth-stringed instrument with a glass body. The instrument rests flat as the musician plays the 47 strings with a stone bow. Tuning is possible with adjustable bridges. Tuning is also possible using small levers. Pitch can also be altered by pedals. The instrument has a 5-octave range going from an extremely low to a middle pitch. It has 4 registers. The low register has a reedy, warm, dark timbre.
Okay, so reedy, warm, and dark. That's not reedy. Is that warm? That's not very dark, is it? It's neither reedy, warm, nor dark. That's the best I can come up with. The middle register begins at a very low pitch and has a noisy, broad, wobbling, quavering timbre. Okay, so low pitch. Okay. Not quite. That's not very quavering, is it? It's broad and wobbling, but not quavering. Maybe it tails off at the end. Maybe. The high register begins at a low pitch and has a strong, bright, quavering timbre. Low pitch. It's not great. The top register begins at mid-low pitch and has a nasal, muddy timbre. Wait, no, it was a stringed instrument, wasn't it? It played with a bow. Well, you can make a noise like that from a bow. Anyway, there's an interesting musical instrument. We won't be buying it. An earthenware nebel. Interesting. Let's have a look. Toady says to play the game, right, you go to the init file and change also save to no and initial save to no. And don't save your game till Dwarf Fortress crashes. Well, Toadie's a cruel and capricious god. And he can go fuck himself on that front. But on all other fronts, unless he wants to, I have no requirement for him to fuck himself. If he likes that kind of thing, fantastic. And congratulations on being capable. And I know what you're thinking. But that technically doesn't count. It's not. It's just different, okay?
This is a well-crafted earthenware nebel. The keyboard is made from tower cap. The body is made from earthenware. The bellows is made from coati leather. The nebel is a mid-sized handheld ceramic musical instrument. The musician uses a leather bellows to send air over interior reeds. The desired pitch is selected using a wooden keyboard. The instrument has a 4-octave range going from a low to a high pitch. It has 3 registers. The low register has a full octave range going from a low to a high pitch. It has 3 registers. Oh, sorry, I read the same bit again. The low register has a full evolving harsh timbre. So it's a bellows instrument with reeds with an evolving harsh timbre. That's too high. That could be what it sounds like. It does my throat in, though. The middle register begins at mid-low pitch and has a quavering, watery timbre. That's a bit disgusting. Doesn't sound quite quavering, though, does it? Good enough. The high register begins at mid-high pitch and has a smooth, wispy timbre. No, that's not smooth. That's a bit rough. That's the sound of a smooth and wispy timbre. Okay, so now we know about the nebel. Let's see if we can have a look at the petrified wood Ozcac. Or I believe we've seen the Ozcac before. Yeah, keyboard bells. Yeah, we've seen that one. And the Anriz, the Ether we've definitely seen. The Rodnell we've seen. The Batok. Are we familiar with the musical stylings of the Batok? Yes, it's the one with hundreds of pipes, isn't it? 150 wooden pipes. Yeah, we've seen that. A Vacon. I don't remember seeing a Vacon. Oh, it's the hour. Yeah, it's the huge drums. No, we've seen a Vacon. Ether, Nebel, Ozcac, Batok, Ether, Vacon, Mini Forge. Okay, we've left the musical instruments. A little bit of a disappointing series of instruments, but okay, we'll let it slide for now. I don't want rabbits, I don't want alpacas, rams, KB sows, turkey gobblers, llamas, hens, drakes, doe rabbits, reindeer, bulls, sows, hens, billy goats, horse. Oh, horse's milk. Okay, that's different. I thought it was a horse. It's not horse milk. Another barrel of bumblebee venom. Why not? Let's just buy all the venoms. I don't know why. I love Venom. Not the band. I mean, they're all right, but I like the concept of having barrels of venom lying around. I know they're taking up space and we can't use them for anything, but it's a bit of RP, goddammit. Don't begrudge me my RP. Come on. That's what we're here for, right? A little bit of RP and a bit of bumblebee venom. Let's have a little look. Where's the more dwarven ale? Good. Wow, there's a lot of venom knocking around. Maybe I am buying too much. We'll hold back. This is a bit of a sales addiction. I've got to be careful. Pig milk, fungi wood, bumblebee venom. No, thank you. I've already got enough. Birchen buckets.
Birch and Bucket sounds like a name of a character from a book that they make you read at school. And then they're like, oh, it's one of the best books in the world ever. And you read it and go, this is not one of the best books in the world ever. This is tedious humdrum claptrap that you're expecting me to write pages and pages about, but I just could not give a toss about it. There were never any spaceships in those fucking books. Anyway, where were we? Silver battle axes, no. Crossbows, not really. Oh, we do need to buy new crossbows, don't we? Although it's probably going to be cheaper to get them made. We've got a boa, for goodness sake. For godness sake. Interesting phraseology. Steel picks, not really important. We might buy a couple of the old, what are they called? Things they drop on you in cartoons and you bang with a hammer while making metal stuff. Anvil, we need anvils, yes. Eating popcorn. That seems an unusual response to pornographic content, but sure. Oh my goodness. Oh well, I'll have a look at Discord in a minute. Be careful. Oh my goodness. Bear with me 1 second. I'm just looking through the list of stuff. I'm not seeing anything super exciting. Nothing that I wouldn't want to build in the fortress myself anyway. Rock nuts, dwarven sugar, dimple dye, plump helmet spawn, probably always useful to buy all the spawn, right? I should probably buy some bags, just because once we get sand collection underway, we will need bags to put it in. Do I need this chest? Don't know. Dingo leather bag, wheat flour bag, red sand bag. Here we go, sand. Lovely. Gypsum plaster? May as well be useful for the hospital once we get that going. Dwarven sugar, sure. Pigtail bag, cave spider silk. But these are actually pretty expensive, these bags. Holy shit. Some of them are topping out at hundreds. Okay, we'll just buy a few more. Kawati leather bag. Sand. Here we go. Sand bag. Not seeing tons of sand. Maybe I could just search. That's great. Let's just search QSAND. There we go. Yellow sandbag. They haven't got much sand with them at all. Disappointing. Clear search to trade. There we go. Oh shit. Anvils. Okay, that's good. Do we want to buy bolts? I suppose we could, but a stack of steel bolts is £4,000. That is pretty expensive. Let's buy some leather and cloth bins, just so we've got something for our clothes industry to work with. I mean, we do have tons of cash. I'm pretty sure we can afford £7,000. Do I want any of these figurines? Nope, I don't think I do. We could buy some copper bolts. They're not too expensive. Iron bolts, the price jumps up a bit. Bismuth bronze, birchen crowns, a goat bone crown. Sounds very, very, very satanic. It's not the word I was looking for. What was the word I was looking for? I never found it, so we probably will never know. I'll buy some steel anvils. Not really vital to the cause, but why not? We can always use them to make more magma industries. And here's all the food. Let's start doing all of that. Let's not stop until we've got every single little bit of consumable food from the traders. Plump helmets, quarry bush leaves, garlic bulbs, lettuce leaves, red spinach, caper leaves. And there's some yarn and thread. Why not just add that on top? We're only spending £12,000 so far. Buy a pet. I'm not a pet person personally. But we could pet up some puppies, that's true. There are better pets to catch in the area, like giant elephants. That's true. I think we want to get the old giant elephants on board. I think we can war train those. I have a question. Could you buy giraffes from traders? Yes, you can, but as Plutonium Jesus points out, from elves. Previously I did a fortress where I tried to edit the roars to make everything trainable, because I was hoping for stuff like, I don't know, an army of weir chimps, or not weir chimps, just war chimpanzees, that kind of stuff. But it never turned out to work. We only ever had the one chimpanzee, and I think it was pretty lonely in the cage. It's a shame. It was a big shame. But there you go. We never had the breeding pair. Sometimes it just doesn't get that kind of luck. That's why I'm always kind of like, I hate the elves, sure, but sometimes you don't want to wipe them out immediately because they might bring some cool animals to your fortress that you can start training and then kill the elves with. You see, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Kill the elves with the thing they brought you. So poetic. Let's buy a shitload of cheese. Cheesy, cheesy, he's a cheesy lover. All his love parts smell of cheese. Do 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 do. That's all the cheese they have. They've got some crutches, a Beeloo bone battock pump. Sure, okay. I don't need my battock pumped right now, but I'll give you a call when I do. So let's look at the books. Animal embryos when it counts.
This is a pond grabber parchment scroll. It is encrusted with tapered baguette-cut gold opals and decorated with finely crafted turkey bone. The rollers are made from petrified wood. This object menaces with spikes of well-crafted claystone. Written on the item is a manual entitled Animal Embryos When It Counts, authored by Ather Watched Bears. It concerns the embryological development of creatures. The writing has a very serious tone, and it contains some asides related to the author's preferences. Overall, the prose is masterful.
Good. Lovely book. Steel Stepladder. Clearly not a book, but sure. Trade Maps Came Full Circle. Let's have a little look at Trade Maps Came Full Circle.
This is a giant earthworm parchment scroll. It is decorated with well-crafted larch. The rollers are made from dolomite. Written on the item is a manual entitled Trade Maps Came Full Circle, authored by Olon Lashquested. It concerns the placement of economic information on maps. The writing is reasonably serious, and it has a rare but particularly exquisite turns of phrase. Overall, the prose is great.
Lovely. Exquisite. Like Mr. Throgmorton's features. Clear glass Eiger body, steel wheelbarrow. Now that sounds like a name of a book. I don't know why, but it just does. A swan parchment choir. Is that a readable thing? This is a swan parchment choir. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but cool. Mastering the dwarf. Hello. When you to select multiple things at once, you hold shift, not enter. That's not a DFAQ feature, is it? Is it? Huh. I thought you just held shift and went down the list. It selected everything, but maybe it is a DFAQ feature. I'm not sure. Look at the value. It comes to the fortress. It comes to the fortress now. Mastering the dwarf.
This is a well-crafted naked moldog parchment scroll. The rollers are made from saltpeter. Written on the item is an essay entitled Mastering the Dwarf, authored by Endok Rounded Helm. It concerns the career change from dyer to bard of the dwarf Endok Rounded Helm in Quakeguarded in 146. The writing is quite touching. Overall, the prose is passable.
Good. Okay. Giant elephant leather Wackenhoods. I'm pretty sure that's part of a musical instrument. How about New Creatures, a copy thereof?
This is a reindeer parchment scroll. The rollers are made from marble. Written on the item is a manual entitled New Creatures, authored by Akithi Glowdwindy. It concerns the classification of creatures by their physical features. Rhyming. The writing is completely serious, and it contains some asides related to the author's preferences. Overall, the prose is passable.
Intriguing. Single pillar without limits. Okay.
This is a hoary marmot parchment scroll. The rollers are made from quartzite. Written on the item is a cultural history entitled The Single Pillar Without Limits, authored by Zassit Breeched-Paddled. It concerns the single pillar. The writing has a very serious tone, yet it is depressing. Overall, the prose is passable. The work has 3 chapters. The first chapter covers a story recital held by the single pillar in Spreadbridges as part of the celebration of Rooms in the midsummer of 92. The second chapter covers the impersonation of the human Eshtan charm clasp by the human Jazro seal scales before the single pillar in the early autumn of 122. The third chapter covers a story recital held by the single pillar in Spreadbridges as part of the celebration of rooms in the midsummer of 125.
Well, there we go. It's very boring. Let's not read that. Cryolite jug, nice Anris bow, earthenware vacuum drum, siltstone pedals. Humble offering to combustion. Sounds interesting, like the time I tried to throw the babies in the volcano.
This is a vellum scroll. The rollers are made from garnierite. Garnierite. Written on the item is a manual entitled A Humble Offering to Combustion, authored by Attis Relickweather. It concerns the classification of combustible materials. Overall, the prose is passable.
Well, I like the name, so we'll have it. A malachite Batok keyboard. Possibilities of the triangular empire. I'm assuming it's the triangular empire. Yes, very good.
This is a giant earthworm parchment scroll. It is decorated with horse hoof. The rollers are made from graphite. Written on the item is a cultural comparison entitled The Possibilities of the Triangular Empire, authored by Ushrir Glacialhammer. It concerns the Triangular Empire and the Desert of Fathers. The overall text emphasizes nuances of fairness. The writing uses only artful words and phrases selected with care. Overall, the prose is masterful.
I shall check the Discord in just a moment, don't you worry. Just going to have a little look around here. Do we look at all the codices? How many codices are there? Quite a few. We're going to pick one codex. Not the cassiterite, not the garnierite. Let's have a look at the chalk-bound codex. What have you got in here?
This is a well-crafted, chalk-bound codex. The written portion consists of a 121-page manual entitled Time Spent with the Moving Sun, authored by Rigoth Entranced Machines. It concerns the theory that the sun moves around the world. The writing gives a feeling of compassion here and there and is reasonably serious. Overall, the prose is not awful, but not very good either.
Beautiful, but we won't be buying it. Right, so we've lined up 14,000 trade credits worth of stuff. Let's grab ourselves some balls and trousers, dresses, toy hammers, mini forge, boat. We do not want to get rid of all these silver war hammers. We need those. Pomelo wood balls. Let's get rid of all these balls. There we go. What else have we got? Trader is losing $1,000 at the moment. A few more balls should sort him out. There we go. Let's get him some nice profits in there. He's making $5,000. Okay, let's turn that down a notch. He can make a $2,000, $2,500. Do you like that? Are you sure you want to trade the selected goods? Domas seems pleased with the trading. Good. Excellent news. That's everything sorted then. We no longer need the trader, and we can move the goods from the depot by, oops-a-daisy, saying, please remove. There we go. Bingo. And the fortress springs back to life once again. I hope one day Dwarf Fortress becomes 1.0. One of those Richard pictures. Let's have a quick look. I'm going to peek at the Discord. Get ready to close your eyes, scoundrel, in case it's something rude. Oh, hello. Yeah, about that. It's the boss from Office Space, also known as Sheriff Lucas Burke from American Gothic. Bay 12 Games, do you think we'll ever see transgender or intersex dwarves in our fortresses? That's already a thing, isn't it? Yeah, we'd have them already if I hadn't overcomplicated my thinking on what additions were needed. This is a problem of mine. There are still some code obstacles to overcome. How I did pronouns, etc. And for the intersex and others, we have some issues with object definitions. Doable, though. Thank you so much for answering. This means so much to me. I really enjoyed Dwarf Fortress. I love that you folks already have gay dwarves in the game, and I'd love to see you continue to show inclusive realism. Well, that's all good. I thought that was already in there. I mean, it's cool, but it is quite annoying when you buy a load of chickens and the cock you bought is gay. That can be a little bit disheartening. Please, I need more eggs to be fertilized. We can't eat every single ovum produced. Come on. But there you go. Sometimes you just can't get what you want. You can't always get what you want. Sometimes your rooster wants dong. Sorry, where was I? Very odd thing to say. Let's keep this ticking over. See, our cloth maker is putting all the cloth down in there. That's good. We should make a finished goods stockpile in here for the clothes, right? Oh wait, no, this is the loom. The clothier's workshop is here. So just make a regular cloth stockpile there, right? Yeah, that makes sense. Regular cloth stockpile. Done. Done and dusted. What do they use in a siege engineer's workshop? Wood, stone? I'm presuming it's like wood and metal, right? Presumably. I think Dwarf Fortress will eventually get to 1.0. Roosters presumably want cloaca. That's true. That's true. A Randy Rooster is a cloaca attacker. Don't they both have cloacas? Yeah, the male and female have cloaca. Then how does that work though? Because like a cloaca is a combined rectum and genitalia set. So surely one of them has to have some protrusion. So that allows for them to perform some intrusion on the other one's cloaca. I think DF in 2030 will include bronies, furries, and weebs. I don't know if it'll be weebs in there because there's no Dwarf Japan. So it would have to be something else. It'd be like pseudo-weebs. They'd be called Eebs, and they'd be convinced elves are the best thing ever, and they've got the best culture and the best cartoons in the whole wide world. Yeah, Eebs, not weebs. But I feel like we could have furries and maybe not bronies. Just people who like horses, basically. Horse fuckers. Urine also go there. It's a mess, really. Oh, you mean the cloaca? Sorry, I got confused for a moment what we were talking about. Delightful. Multi-purpose hole. I'm personally glad that many of the functions our body perform are given their own holes. That's what I like. I like having a poop hole, an eat hole, and a couple of breathy holes. Sadly attached to the eat hole. And also sea holes, they're good. And hear holes, they're great. I love my sea and hear holes. They're some of my favourite orifices. No, they do get gay. The animals have sexuality in the game, and if you are unlucky and you only take one rooster, he could be a bit of a non-procreative starter, so to speak. But there you go. I mean, it wouldn't be so bad if they'd got rules for like artificial insemination and stuff like that. That would be handy. If you could wring out the chicken's nuts and pop them in the right cloaca, that'd be fine. But sadly, it's not allowed. Can you really do that? Do they do artificial insemination with chickens? I know with like larger animals, you can just sort of whack them off into a bucket and then, use a turkey baster or some such. But with chickens, they're a bit small, aren't they? A bit difficult to. I mean, presumably the egg gets fertilized before the shell goes on, right? Otherwise, I mean, it must do. Otherwise, a rooster's. I'm trying to think of a less less terrible term for it. A rooster's spaff burst must fire off like a bloody firecracker if it goes through the shell. No, it must go in before the shell's formed. Forgot about sweat holes. I do have a lot of sweat holes, that's true. Is there a transgender, non-binary, lesbian chicken? I am not entirely sure how deep the rabbit hole goes, the chicken hole goes. But quite potentially. They've got a shitload of detail in this game. An absolute shitload. Oh, hello. More migrants. Okay. Not the worst scenario I've ever come across. Let's unpause the action and see what happens. How many of them are there? If we watch the entryway. Excuse me, hiccups. We should see them heading in. Everybody is binary in DF. It's a digital simulation. That is very true. You are actually factually there. So well done. Congratulations on getting to the crux of the matter and titillating the nub of knowledge. Okay, not my finest moment. But hey, they can't all be glorious, can they? Sometimes I have to be shit. Otherwise, how would you know when I was good? Excuse me, I farted. Where were we? It's getting a little late now. It's 10 to 3 in the morning here, and I'm starting to wane somewhat. We have been recording for 2 hours, which is an hour shorter than I would normally go for, but I feel like at 3 a.m. it really is the time to start thinking about bedtime, right? Right? I mean, I'm going to get so tired that, quite apart from the fact that my filters will go down and I'll start saying appalling things that I would regret in the morning, I mean, I'm also going to start mumbling and slurring my words. And so on and so forth. Let's go and check out the new migrant wave and see how it goes. Pause. Dwarf therapist. And read. We had 28 adults, 3 children and 2 babies. We now have 37 adults, 3 children and 2 babies. Let's sort by migration wave. Go to the most recent, which is 9 dwarves. Very nice indeed. Nearly all peasants, apart from an animal dissector, a gem setter, and a weaver. Dream weaver, can you actually weave things out of dreams? We've got a professional clothier, that's very nice, but I presume... Oh, the other guy didn't get a legendary skill from doing the mood. Disappointing. Very disappointing. Although they're pretty good. Clothes making. Oh, hang on. This is another skill entirely. No, nobody got a legendary skill in clothes making. Disappointing. We have got that High Master Weaver though, so it's all good. Hey, we've got a gem setter, except we have no worked gems to actually set into anything, so that's a bit redundant. You're going to have to skill up as a gem cutter. Unfortunately for you, you're going to have to provide yourself with a little bit of training. Other than that, I'm not seeing any exciting skills at all. Very dull skills. Furnace operating and metalsmithing. Okay, not very dull skills, but not really practical skills I can use. So, meh. Maybe we'll make them a weaponsmith and just change around their skills a bit. We'll see. Have a quick peek on the military screen. No kills, but we have a mace dwarf, which is not terrible. Maces are relatively dwarfy weapons. I can get behind their use. Good. Very, very good indeed. What's my streaming schedule? Mostly I don't scream, but when I do, I'll let you know. Streaming schedule. I schedule my streams Mondays and Thursday nights, UK time, usually starting sometime after 10 p.m. I mean, tonight I started at midnight-ish, so about 30 midnight. So, times may vary, but generally speaking, if you end up keeping your peepers on the Discord, you'll see when I'm streaming. And if you turn up of a Monday night or a Thursday night, you get a chance to spot one of the scheduled. I do off-scheduled streams, but not with any kind of predictable regularity. And sometimes, usually often, it will be a game that I've just not been playing much recently. So I probably won't play Dwarf Fortress in an off-schedule stream, but, I play other stuff. When I was playing nothing but Sekiro, or Sekiro, however you want to pronounce it, I did do that in my off-schedule streams, but that was more of an addiction thing, I think. Anyway, no, I don't have a bot for time or schedule, so yeah. I will get round to doing more bot commands. I mean, you can type in things like Crom, ! And get a little oh, that's Calm, not Crom. Okay, CROM. Let's spell it correctly, and with 1 0, that's going to help. Come on, scoundrel, you can spell Crom. There we go, you get a little Conan quote. Isn't that nice? Isn't that lovely? Just delightful. Anyway, where was I? I was sort of winding things up a little bit, wasn't I? That was my intent, at least. So let's do a quick recap of what's going on in the fortress. We've had a migration wave. We've had 2 this session, so we're starting to get back up to healthy numbers. We were down to about 20 odd dwarves, and now up to 37. Not too bad. Not too bad. We haven't really done much in the way of constructing, but we have assigned people beds and roles. We've given offices to our nobles who require them. We still have a lot of mayoral needs that need to be fulfilled, but okay, that's fine. Started emptying out some of our furniture workshops. We've got a lot of food, that's good. Our dining hall is apparently legendary. I don't know if we've actually got the turkeys getting into a laying cycle yet. I should check the stocks. What have we got in the kitchen stocks? Meat, fish, other. Eggs. Turkey eggs. Turkey hen egg. 93. Yeah, they're laying. It's good. We've got stuff coming. Okay, we have all the required food industries. We've got some levers for the drawbridges and the floodgates for doing the magma furnaces and the magma moat. We've got our metal industries, which we've really been neglecting and underutilising. We really should be paying more attention to those and getting more stuff made. Then again, it is a matter of raw materials. We've basically got nothing but silver and lead, which is a bit shit, really. We've got another dormitory. We've got a load of beds I've put into special bedrooms, but we haven't really assigned those. We've still got something to be put in there. Figure that out next time. Our mechanic doesn't appear to be making any mechanisms, which is okay, but slightly worrying. Our boa, good. Not doing anything. Gem cutter, siege engineer. Okay, so we've got the fortress still going fairly well. I think next time is probably the moment to dip in and do some military stuff, right? We've got to start worrying about that because we've been going far too long. I mean, it's 10:56, goddammit. 10:56. So, those of you watching on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. It's very unusual for anybody to watch a 2 hours long video, but hey, you've managed to do it somehow. Thank you. And I'll see you next time. Bye, YouTube. Bye.